All right, you ready for your first word?
Yes.
Are you sure? I think you can do it. Okay. The first word that you're going to spell on number 1 is the word 7. How do you spell 7?
S-E-V-E-N.
Very good. All right, last one is 4. How do you spell the number 4?
Okay. F-O-U-R.
Yeah. That was a little tricky, huh?
Yeah.
You did good. Go ahead and check those off. Good job.
Okay. We thank God for many things. We thank God the branch goes down to the town.
Good.
He hears the bells. Ding, dong, dong, ding. The walls.
The who's.
The who's. Sing, sing, sing. He taps a door. It's Cindy Lou Who.
Hey friends, welcome back to the channel for another video. We're hanging out today here on the homestead. It's a little darker in here. Actually, it's light enough. Okay, it was dark a second ago. Joe's got the power off to the cabin because he is currently working in the addition. Thankfully, got him out there. It's so cold lately. It has been negative temps, like negative 18, negative 19, and it is just like miserable to do work outside when it's like that. And yeah, so we've been kind of slacking on the addition a little bit, but today he decided to get out there and do some stuff while I was in here doing school with the boys. I wanted to say really quickly thank you to you guys that joined us for our live stream yesterday. That was really fun. Unfortunately, the internet connectivity was not the greatest. The first time around, my microphone, I guess, is broken and you guys could not hear me, so that was fun. I had to end the live after 11 minutes of you guys not being able to hear me and then jump into a brand new live stream where you guys could hear me, but unfortunately the visual quality was a little pixelated and not so good. So we're trying to troubleshoot the internet connection so that we can do live streams with you. We used to do live streams all the time back in Virginia, at least once a month, and we've yet to really do them here in Alaska just because our internet way out here is not the greatest. So the Wi-Fi, I don't think is the answer because the picture quality was not good. And so I think next time we're gonna try to connect to my cell phone hotspot and see if that is what works better. We have scheduled a second live stream with you guys just to hang out again, test this out, see which one works better, Wi-Fi or the cell phone hotspot. And depending on which one is better, that's the one we're gonna run with, and that is what we will use for our future live streams. So I put it up on the channel. We're gonna do another live stream this coming Saturday after Thanksgiving, 11 o'clock in the morning Alaska time. So we're just gonna have a little morning coffee chat with you guys and hang out. I know a lot of you missed the live stream yesterday because it wasn't really planned out in advance. It was just kind of an impromptu, hey, I'm jumping on to kind of test the internet connection and hang out with you guys type thing. So I know a lot of you were bummed that you missed it. So there's another chance for you to get out and hang out with us on Saturday if you'd like to. So Saturday, 11 o'clock in the morning Alaska time. I don't know what that translates to in all the other time zones, but you could just do a quick Google search and figure it out, right? So hopefully we see you there, and hopefully the quality is better this time around. Fingers crossed. And you guys might have noticed that Parker is doing something a little bit different in today's video, and I'm really excited about it. So I recorded a little segment of this a few weeks ago when we first made this decision to switch his curriculum, and it didn't really fit in with the video that I had made and posted, so I saved that content to share with you guys here because I wanted to share what we're doing for Parker's homeschool curriculum for those of you that are interested and that homeschool your littles as well. We made a big switch 2 months into the school year, and I'm quite all right with that. It's turned out wonderful. So instead of re-saying everything that I already said in this clip, I'm gonna go ahead and plug that clip in right here, and then you guys will understand what we're doing with Parker. Y'all, can I just tell you, like, to the homeschooling parents or grandparents, because I know there's a lot of you that watch our channel, you will know where I'm coming from. Like, the math, especially where we're at now with Parker, 6th grade math, the struggle is real. Like, what? And I'm getting to the point where it's not that I can't do the math, because I have the teacher key that breaks everything down and shows me how to do it. And I've said this ever since I started homeschooling Parker. I am essentially relearning these concepts with him, because a lot of it, if you don't use it, you lose it, right? But I am understanding it, and I have no problem breaking it down and showing it to him. The problem that I'm running into with Parker is lack of focus, I think. And, it's just the age. There's been times where it's been rough, and then other times where he seems to do better. But right now, with this grade and even in 5th grade, the math is very intense, and there's a lot of concepts that build on themselves, and he just is distracted by the dogs, distracted by the cats, distracted by what Callan's doing, distracted by what Dad's doing outside on a project, distracted by the gray jay bird that landed on the front porch, distracted by everything. And it's like, you wouldn't think it's a big deal, right? But when you're working an extensive division problem with decimals, like if you're losing focus 25 times in one problem, when you come back to the problem, mistakes are being made, like numbers are being put in the wrong position, all the things. And with math, if you get one thing wrong, it's going to affect the whole problem. It's a trickle effect. So it has been challenging. I always share our homeschool journey with you guys, and language arts, science, history, reading, everything else with Parker has been perfectly fine, but with math, it's been a struggle. And it is not that he can't do it. It's not that it's too hard for him. It's the focus issue. And I can already anticipate some comments, right? Because that's what I do, and usually I'm right. But I do not subscribe to the thought that every little boy that can't sit perfectly still at the school table has ADHD. I just do not subscribe to that. They are little boys, and little boys want to go play. And, I do not for one second think that Parker has ADHD, because if it's something else, he has no problem sitting there focusing. He can focus on puzzles. He can focus on Legos. He can sit and read a book for 20 minutes without moving around and wiggling and getting distracted. So it's just that math, I think, has become something that does not interest him anymore, because it is getting more complicated now that he's in middle school. So he's easily distracted because there's other things that he would much rather be doing. So I was going to share with you guys something that Joe and I talked about last night. And one thing I never want in my homeschool is for me to get to the point where I am so frustrated with something or so stressed out that I'm no longer enjoying my homeschool. And with math, I really feel that I've gotten to that place with Parker. We probably did math for 3 hours yesterday, with breaks, obviously. I don't make him sit there, but it's the fact that, and everybody's different. Some moms are like, well, when we have a hard day, we just close the books and we just go get ice cream, or we go to the mall, or we go watch a movie. And we do that sometimes. There are days where it's like, school just wasn't meant to be today. The stars are not aligned. Everybody's in a mood. Let's just go on a hike or whatever. But the fact of the matter is that is not reality. In life, sometimes there are things that you have to do even if you don't feel like it. And sometimes you just got to bear down and do the hard thing. And sometimes school just has to get done. He's got to do the work. He's got to graduate high school. If you're working a job, you got to show up. You got to be on time, right? You can't just go, I don't feel like it today. So it's this balance of being flexible, but also teaching them accountability and discipline, because those are very important character traits to have as he goes into the world. So yesterday, it was just one of those days, and I said, no, we're finishing this lesson. So he had multiple breaks, lunch in between, and we knocked it out. But I will tell you guys, at the end of that math lesson yesterday, and I've had many days like this with Parker, with math, I was utterly exhausted, emotionally, mentally exhausted. And I just I sent the boys out to play, got some coffee, and sat down and had a conversation with Joe. And I said, something has to give. Like, something has to change. And I remember feeling this way when Parker was in 3rd grade with a curriculum that we were using. and I've shared this with you guys before too, we did the Good and the Beautiful for a while, homeschool curriculum, which for language arts and math. And Parker nor I cared for that curriculum. It was very in-depth and lots of fluff, and the lessons just took a long time. Again, personal choice. You may love it, and that's totally fine. Everybody's different, but I got to the point where I was completely frustrated. Parker hated it. And so in the middle of the school year, we decided to change curriculums, and we switched from the Good and the Beautiful curriculum to Christian Light Education, which is what we have been using for the last couple of years, and it's been fine until now with math. Everything else seems to be fine, but with math, it's been a struggle. So I'm not one of those parents or one of those homeschool moms that is driven by fear. I'm not afraid to change things up. I'm not afraid to say this isn't working for us anymore, so let's find something that does. So I'm not going to spend the rest of 6th grade with Parker miserable when something obviously needs to change. And we knew this last year, but I just tried to dig my heels in and get through every day thinking it was just a thing. Maybe next year would be better. Well, we're 2 months into the school year and it's just been a struggle. And obviously, there's things you guys don't see off camera, right? We don't show the whole school day. I can't make a long video like that. So you guys see little bits and pieces, but there's been times where it has really been a struggle. So Joe and I talked about it last night. We also sat down and talked with Parker about his thoughts, his concerns, his feelings. And I think what we have decided is we're going to be switching him over to Abeka Academy. And we used Abeka in 1st grade. When we first started homeschooling, that was like the foundation of our homeschool, and I loved Abeka. The reason I switched from Abeka originally is that it was a little bit more expensive. Not a little bit, it's a lot of bit more expensive than some of the other curriculums that are out there. And also there was a lot of prep, teacher prep and fluff and games and things like that. And Parker and I both just want to like get the lessons done so we can get on with our life. Like he wants to play, I got dishes to do and videos to edit. So we switched from Abeka. But we talked with Parker, and I think being able to do an online course might be really good for him. Maybe a different teaching style from someone else will suit him better for now than me teaching him. I don't know. I don't really know what the answer is, but we won't know if something else will work better unless we try. So he is going to be doing that immediately. We went ahead and ordered that, and it should be here this week. So we're going to be switching him over to Abeka Academy, which is online learning with the teachers that Abeka has. And of course, it's all wholesome Christian curriculum. I am okay with someone else giving that to him. I just need to make sure he's getting it. So whether it's me doing it for him or it's someone else really doesn't matter to me as long as he's getting a good Christian education at home, which is exactly what Abeka Academy does. So for the meantime, Kellen and I are going to continue using Christian Light Education because Kellen is doing really great with that. And he's in a lower grade. He's only in 2nd grade, so things are much easier right now. And so Parker will be doing all of his subjects online with DVDs that he can follow along with the teacher from Abeka and completing his work that way. Parker's excited. I think having his headphones on, sitting at my desk in my bedroom, focusing will really help him not be distracted by all the things and all the noises. And I think that it might be a really good fit for him. So I'm excited. Parker can work on that. I can be working with Kellen. I can kind of go between the two if needed. When things aren't working in your homeschool, just reevaluate and shift and change something. Because one thing I know for sure, nothing changes if nothing changes, right? And it's not just me that's frustrated and burnt out and exhausted, it's Parker. And we both need to get to a better place with homeschool right now. So we're gonna give it a shot and we're gonna see how it goes. So it's been about a full week, almost a full week, that Parker's been doing the new online Abeka Academy curriculum, and he loves it. He just loves it. And it is a longer school day than what we typically do. Our school days are typically 3 hours. He is running about 4.5 hours, but that's because he's doing a lot more subjects every day that we weren't typically doing. He is in 6th grade, technically middle school, and you know, the days are a little bit longer for him. But to my surprise, yesterday, he was like, Mom, even when I get older and I go into high school, he's like, I really want to stay with Abeka. And I was like, really, Parker? What makes you like it so much? I thought that maybe he was getting a little frustrated because his days are running a little bit longer than usual. And he said, I just love my teachers. He's like, my math teacher is so funny. So he really likes the teachers. And I think it's different for him. Parker and I have been schooling one-on-one since we started homeschooling in first grade. And I just think it's nice for him to have a change of pace, a different face, a different learning technique and things like that than what I would normally do for him. So it's going really well. I like it. I struggled the first couple days with a little bit of mommy guilt, right? And if you're a homeschooler, maybe you could understand where I'm coming with that, because there's a lot of different ways to homeschool. You can be more hands-off. You can be, you know, right there as the teacher instructor. You can do online courses. Like, there's a lot of different options. And for me, I've always been hands-on, one-on-one with Parker. I was the teacher. And so that first day that he did Abeka Academy, hi, Rusty. Hi, Rusty. You say hi? I know, you're my little lover man, huh? The first day that he did his Abeka lessons online, Kellen and I got together and did Kellen's curriculum, which he's in second grade, so his is done a lot faster. And we got done with his curriculum for the day, and I was like, it was 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm like, what am I gonna do with myself? Like, I have more time to work out. I've got more time to prep dinner. I can get laundry done. I can work on editing a video. I just have a lot more time to do other things because I'm not the one that's sitting there doing all of the instruction with Parker. And I did feel a little guilty about that. And then I really prayed about it and thought, you know, I have given that to Parker for 5.5 years, and there's nothing wrong with saying, hey, I need a little help. And I think with the curriculum, as it got more advanced, I needed a little help with that. And Parker seems to love it. So as long as he's happy and he's learning and he's got a good Christian-based curriculum, then it's all good. And I need to be okay with that. I need to be all right with it. You know, I still administer his tests and quizzes. I'm still called all throughout the day. Hey, Mom, I need help with this. And I go in there and help him. I check all of his work. We sit down and correct the ones that are wrong. And so I'm still very involved. It's just I'm not the one doing the instructing. And that feels really weird for me. But it has been nice. And if I said it hasn't been, that would be a lie. I've had a lot of extra time for all the things that I just mentioned, and it's just been really neat. So
sunshine in the day. I'm trying to make this darkness go away. I'll paint with colors and I'll sing until my lungs give out. I'm gonna let the sun shine in the day. And I will leave my windows open so that I can hear the sound of people talking and the wind blowing in the trees. Oh, I will open up my eyes so I can see the light. Oh, and I'll try to spread my wings so I can fly. Oh, and the darkness starts to fade. Feels like things are gonna go my way. I'm gonna let the sun shine in the day. I'm gonna let the past be filled with smoke. And I will try to fix what has been broken. And take this weight off my shoulders, 'cause I know yesterday ain't coming back.
Came in and he asked if I wanted to come and see his progress today in the addition. So I'm gonna head out there and see what he's been up to. Oh yeah, I could put a little step stool right here, Joe. I can still reach it though, because if I come in closer, see?
The wire wasn't long enough to put it down any smaller than that.
Oh really?
Any lower than that.
Well, that's fine. I can still reach it. You and me can reach it, right? That's all that matters. You need to clean up your room, Joe. The mess in here. Great, what do we got?
So yeah, that's all in there now.
Oh wow.
Here.
How's that gonna suck air from up there?
It's gonna have a pipe.
Oh, it's gonna have a pipe all the way down?
Right here.
Okay.
So suck it.
Okay. Nice. Well, it's coming along. This is like the not so fun part, all of like the wiring and all the stuff that Joe's got to do that is inside of the walls. But once this is complete, we can put all the plastic up and start the tongue and groove siding. And that's when it's really going to start getting pretty in here. So I can't wait. But this is the most time consuming part, is all the stuff like within the walls. So super proud of Joe, doing a great job. So all of that wiring is for our solar system, and that used to be on the outside of the cabin, and we didn't want those boxes inside our master bedroom. So Joe had to rewire everything, to go back on the outside of the cabin on the exterior of the addition. Tonight we are having a delicious shepherd's pie dinner. Normally I use green beans in my shepherd's pie, but I am all out and all I've got is corn, so I'm making do with what I got. I've got my potatoes boiling on the back of the stove here to make some delicious mashed potatoes. This recipe is super easy. I will make sure to link it for you guys in the video description as I always do. It is really yummy, and on a cold winter night, it's just the perfect meal for the family, and it makes really good leftovers too.
I know that you're curious, I know that you're strong, but life can be furious and things can go wrong. You go, we're better off tomorrow, but who knows if we get joy or sorrow. Stay true to that fire in your heart and your soul. Don't drench your desire in what you can't control. We fly, try so hard to get there, and we might be lost but not forever. There's things in life you simply need to know, but sun and rain and trust in letting go. It takes a bit of suffering, sleepless nights and wandering, before you make it safely to the end, the end, the end. Don't say you're ridiculous, you're not even close. Don't wish for indifference, you're not one of those. We fall, but we always rise up through it all, we get a little wiser.
Well, good morning. Welcome back to another day here at the cabin. Joe and I have quite the task today to tend to. You guys remember a couple videos back, we processed our first lamb for meat for the freezer. We have Shetland Icelandic cross sheep here on our homestead, and we got our new flock the beginning of this summer here in Alaska, and we have them for dairy and for meat, and we processed our first lamb the other day, and that was really exciting. So he has been hanging outside in the shelter logic for probably probably about 5 days now. It's good and frozen out there. He is nice and hard. So Joe brought him in today to thaw out just a little bit because we are going to be processing him and butchering him today for the freezer. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving, friends. I am working really hard on getting this video edited as we speak because I want to try to get it up before the holiday. We had a live stream. We've got another live stream coming up this Saturday, but our weekly vlog has yet to go up this week. So I'm kind of multitasking today. I am prepping food for Thanksgiving dinner tomorrow. I'm going to be helping Joe butcher this lamb and get it packaged up, and I'm also editing a video. So quite busy, but all the meals that will come from this lamb, it's going to be amazing. And this spring we should have more. Both of our ewes should be pregnant by now. Our plan is to put all the male lambs when they're old enough in the freezer, along with some females. We may keep another ewe or two for milking, depending on how well these ladies do for me this spring. But we don't want to have a massive flock of 25, 30 sheep. That's a lot more management, a lot more feed that goes out every month. So we want to keep it a very small flock for us. We're just a small family of 4. So in the future, there may be some female lambs that go in the freezer too once they're of processing age. But that is on the agenda today. This has been kind of hanging over our head, but as I said, it's been so cold outside that we just haven't got to it. And Joe's like, last night, he's like, I think we need to do this in the house anyway, because he is so frozen, Joe can't even get his rib cavity open to butcher him properly. So he should be ready to go here pretty soon, and we're gonna get to it. Come on, Joe.
time that you walk through the door. I'm hit by the same old tide, blinded by the lights, and I'm going through changes, but it's easier with you. I'm going through changes, and so are you. I live for the moments when you're around me. I know you've got secrets, but I can't keep on, and we're fading in and out together. The fuse wide open, stuck in the moment. The fuse wide open, stuck in the moment. The fuse wide open, stuck in the moment. When I'm with you, I am not myself. You bring out the best in me, the side only you can see. And I don't need any other help than you standing by my side, if only for a while. I'm going through changes, and so are you. I live for the moments when you're around me. I know you've got secrets, but I can't keep on, and we're fading in and out together. The fuse wide open, stuck in the moment. The fuse wide open, stuck in the moment. The fuse wide open, stuck in the
Okay. Kellen, what are you doing? Oh my gosh, why do you guys always have to make silly faces? Sorry. Don't like it. Stop! What? Why are you squealing? What are you doing? Let's do our reading. You don't have all day.
tickling me.
I didn't tickle you.
You did.
I was just getting comfortable and I happened to put my hand on your tickle spot.
No, you did not.
Hold on, wait for Dad. Babe, can you? I'm filming. It's okay, Joe. And take two. Let's go, Galen. I don't want to look like I'm bald, Joe.
Go, Jada.
You call me Jada? Wow. I'm insulted.
No, I'm saying that.
I'm gonna call you Will Smith.
Okay.
I'm trying to get a shot. Can you just hold one? Thank you. As my mouth is filling up with saliva because I'm so freaking hungry. Oh, nothing like a pickle, baby. That's good, Joe. Joe, that's good. Don't be getting too close to my face, Joe. Stop. Callie, you gotta blow on your food. You always do that. So we're gonna get him all cut up. The